Yo, what up? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, good people? Welcome back to another episode of the greatest podcast on earth, where you sit with me and I just talk and talk and talk. Hopefully, I don't piss nobody off, but who knows? I always do. So, what's good? Yo, listen, first of all, I want to say shout out to everybody in Tampa. Tickets are moving. I'm going to be in Tampa at Side Splitters this Sunday. July 13th. July 13th, I will be in Tampa at Side Splitters. Is going down, man. Tickets moving. I see Tampa's pulling up. This will be my first time performing in Tampa, Florida. So this is going to be a good thing. I can't wait to get down there and show out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kevin Shanks. I see you, my guy. Also, too, I done started golfing, man. Like I'm getting hooked on golfing right now. It's getting weird. Like I like to golf and shit. It just centers the mind, clears my mind. Like I'm trash, but you know, you just learn as you go. So it's a really, really cool game. So it's been good. I've been out there. It's been hot as hell. What's happening? Big Apple Points. Is that Big Apple? Oh, none your business. What's happening? Welcome back again, dear. I'm glad you show. You always pull up. But yeah, out there golfing, doing my thing, you know, figuring it out. You know, I posted a little video showing my swing and my stroke and just doing what I do, man. What'd you say? Greg Mathis is in the building. Shout out to Angela. Greg, are you a crackhead, ma'am? Greg Mathis in the building. Shout out to you too. But what's up, y'all? Man, there's a lot of shit that's been going on. I know the last week I was constantly streaming the Diddy trial, you know, and I stood on I took a certain stance with it because I was like, none of this shit is gonna stick. Nothing makes sense. Right now, he's still in jail, and I feel like they violating his civil rights. Like at this point, I mean, the federal government or the federal prosecutors are just moving this goalpost so heavy to where he beat the most serious charges. And now what they're doing, they're just holding him like damn near hostage. It's like they did not want him to win, and they're going to do everything in their power just to keep his ass in there or something. It's very weird. And it's quite disturbing. You know, we found out in the court case, you know, most of these people were willing participants. You know, I get it. People still have that vivid image of him whooping Cassie. But throughout the trial, you know, if anybody listened to the trial objectively, you would see that everybody was a willing participant. Everybody wanted something out of the deal. It's weird. And now they're just holding him. Now they're talking about giving him a sentence of like 20 years, man. 20 years over prostitution. Now, over transportation of sex trafficking. Now, the thing about that and what they're going to have to figure out is the former governor of New York, Governor Spritzer, was accused and called trafficking prostitutes as well. He didn't get a day in jail. He didn't get not one day in jail. So they're going to have to figure that out because that shit is going to pop back up. You know, Judge Subramanian, you must know that the governor walked away. So I don't know what this harsh sentence will be. You're going to try to give to him, but more than likely Trump will pardon him. And life will go on. And the more people try to vilify this man, the more they try to kick his back in, the more and more people like kind of come to his aid, or kind of, because it's just stupid. People are marching to the beat of one drum. People are moving so crazy with this case. It's just weird. It's like some fucking mob mentality. Like they would sleep better if his ass would have got life. And that's where we at. Also today too, I did a video to Young Thug. Young Thug was talking about people being rats and telling, and you know, we know Thug, we watched Thug's life get spared for the RICO case that he had in Georgia, state RICO. Shout out to Brian Steele, who's gotten Diddy out of his RICO. But what Young Thug and a lot of, I believe, these younger rappers or rappers need to know is people don't care about the streets no more. You know, I'm Gen X. I'm almost, I'd be 48 this year. And for my generation, it meant something. We were under the guise of, we were under a spell or some shit. It was almost like a CIA psyop where to be bad was good or some shit, and the scariest, however you was a scary ass nigga, the more you got credit and shit and pats on the back. And those days are gone. That shit is over with. Like, at this point, and look, I know everybody doing what they gotta do. And you might be in the streets, but if you like somehow holding that shit up like a badge of fucking honor, and you talking about you a real nigga, you gonna go to jail, bro. Don't nobody even give a fuck. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. The kids, this new generation, we talking about Gen Z, millennials, that they're big time entrepreneurs. They get into the bag. They're able to use this AI, the internet. It's too many legitimate hustles for your ass to still be on the block selling dope and robbing and harming your own kind. And it's just over. Like, when I saw Thug put that out, I'm like, nigga, don't nobody care. How about if a rapper gonna rat, he should make gospel music? You can rat all day. Nobody cares. Only thing people care about is who's getting the most money and attention. That's literally where we at right now. It doesn't matter. You could cry and be mad and shit, but nobody gives a fuck. And you have to. One thing about it is evolution. Now, incarceration rates are declining. You're seeing in a lot of cities they haven't had a homicide in 40 and 50 days. You know, like it's shit is receding. Like people, and then people not even coming outside. People ain't coming outside. This technology is affecting the hood, nigga. Niggas on their computer, they want to scroll, they want to stream. Nobody has time to really be out in the streets shooting or harming other black people. The days are numbered. Like, that shit is over with. I don't even want to hear about that shit no more. And look, I could be the old man on the porch because I'm of age. But from what I'm seeing, these kids don't give a fuck. They watching the stream. The streamers have taken over. You rapping ass niggas are doomed. It's just what it is. I'm sorry. This is where we're at right now. So I said in the video to all the young brothers, put the guns down, pick you up a computer and a camera, and get to it. Because this is where we at right now. And all that real street shit. I'm a real nigga. Nobody give a fuck, man. You will go to jail. People call the police. Nobody cares. And it's too much technology. It's too much tech, bro. You doing all that shit. Them people watching, man. You know, it's artificial intelligence and glasses, cameras. It's a camera literally everywhere. Like, it's over, man. It's fucking over. So we gotta grow up. And if you're stuck in that negative mind frame, you are what I call a Negro Neanderthal. That's what you are. You a Negro Neanderthal. And that was a time in the history of evolution of humans where we evolved. We are Homo sapiens, but we were Neanderthals. We were Denisovorians. It's like 5 different types of species of humans, but the Homo sapiens ended up taking over because the Homo sapien was smarter, and then he started having the Homo sapien was having sex and reproduce with the Neanderthal, but those genetics would take, like, we are fucking evolving, man. And I don't know where we gonna go now, because with the artificial intelligence, all this computer shit, I think we're gonna go to another development of species in the next 100 years, because we fucked up right now. Men, a lot of boys ain't having sex till they damn near 30. Everybody glued to the computers. People aren't communicating with each other. And also, too, I guess with the social networking sites and the social dating sites and Instagram and all that shit, only about 10% of these men, the young ones, or 1% of them getting all the pussy. So they're all watching the 1%. So you're getting guys that attempt to get some pussy and they just give up and become incels. And then it's just a matter of time before AI robots and hobots are developed. You know what I mean? And they're going to fall in love with the AI bitch, because they're not going to want to put up with a lot of these women. This is where we're headed. And we have to prepare. That's all I'm saying. We got to prepare. And shout out to everybody on Instagram watching. Let me update this. Let me see. Fuck. I don't even know where it's at. Am I on Instagram? Oh, there it is. All right. Yeah, but this is where we at right now. So we gotta move forward. We have to progress. And shout out, and to show you how it's changed, shout out to the young brother Cenat. Cenat is on the cover of Time magazine. Young brother out of the Bronx of New York, 22, 23 years old, on the front cover of Time magazine. Just from streaming, just from sitting in front of a camera, talking to the camera and playing video games and shit. He's on the front cover of Time magazine because he's able to harbor so much attention. He turned that computer on, it is millions of kids watching. He's making millions of dollars a month. That's where it's at. Do you think them little fine girls, they want the streaming niggas? It's over, man. It's over. I'm telling you. Listen to the OG, man. This is a society of attention. I posted Cenat on my Instagram. I said it's commendable what he's been able to do. And he has like the industry and celebrities bowing to him. Now, I said that, and shout out to Spank. Spank said, yo, what you mean celebrities bowing to him? Listen, we can make it sound, I could keep it cute and say they're not, but this business of entertainment is very much a business of what can you do for me? It's a value-based business. People, talk to you because you have something. It's something they want. And it's something you can give them. And with the eyeballs and attention that this young man has, every motherfucker wants to do business with him. And it makes perfect sense. Because the young man is his own damn network. And not only just a network, but he has some shit where these kids will sit and watch for 6 to 7 hours in a time where the attention span is that of a fly or a mosquito. So that's power. That's powerful. He like BT, MTV, 106 Park, True, all that shit combined in one person. And it's insane. So I'm just keeping it a buck. Yeah, they don't have a choice. What the fuck are they gonna do? Nobody's watching none of this shit out here. Nobody's watching TV. Nobody's watching movies. I'm shocked to see y'all watching me. I'm shocked we got 50 people watching my ass right now talk. You know what I mean? But this is where we are. See, people be thinking I be hating this shit, but I speak these truths and nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. Shout out to Jose Figueroa, Edwin Yanzes. Let me turn these comments on the side. Y'all gonna post to see the comments now. But this is where we at, man. So it's what it is. And to the comedians, all my comedian homies out there, ain't nobody coming to save you, bro. You can open for whoever to the end of fucking time. If you're not actively building a fan base, you on a treadmill to nowhere. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't want nothing from it. I tell anybody open up, shout out to Squeak. He come on the road with me. I try to give some game. But I'm just giving game, bro. This is what it is. What's happening? Travis Allen, I see you, dog. What's good? But this is just the truth, man. This is the truth. This is the world we live in. Also today, the Epstein Files. They say he never had files. They said he never had any files. No one was there. No files. Said he didn't have any fucking files. This was and he committed suicide. They really think that they think we just dumb as fuck, man. But what's so interesting about that is that they did that shit right in our face, bro. Like that was crazy. They went in there, took that man out right in our face. And then Trump becomes president, sees his name in the files, and just gets rid of that shit. Just delete it. Because he appointed the FBI person. It's insane. It's insane. The people on that list were too powerful, man. They were too powerful. That shit above everybody's pay grade, man. It's the people that run the earth. They're like, nah. You gotta go. Gotta get rid of him. You cannot kill yourself and your neck is broken 3 places. That's what the coroner found. They found that his neck was broke literally in 3 places. Meaning, I guess he choked himself out, broke his neck, and then woke up and broke his neck again. And then broke his neck the last time, and that put him out. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And they're pulling this shit off like literally in front of our faces. It's insane. So I really don't know where we go from here. I really don't know. And I hate to be one to be a conspiracy theorist like Alex Jones. I don't want to talk like that. I can't believe this. This guy came out, he did this. I don't want to be that guy, but it's all making sense that shit is getting weird out here. What does the world look like in 5 years? What does this shit look like? The lawyer, Tony Busby, for instance, the Tony Busby guy who sued Jay-Z and Puff saying that they had banged a 14-year-old girl. Just told a bold-faced, blatant lie on these 2 men to trap them and sue. Like, just a bold-faced ass lie. Jay-Z countersues this man for extortion and just blasphemy. And the judge tosses the shit out. You would think that they would disbar this man. You would think they would say, nah, take his fucking his legal license and allow Jay-Z to sue him in the public. Now you gotta pay attention to the plays that are being run, because if we're gonna allow that, if anybody gets any type of money, are they famous or some shit, anybody be able to make an accusation on that person and they just sue the person. Or the person just have to settle or some shit, because it's crazy. This is where we're at right now. And when you look at the Diddy case, and I don't condone domestic violence. I don't condone what he did. Okay, that shit was fucked up when he hit that girl. But when you look at it now, and the way his civil liberties are being affected, that doesn't stop. Right? That hits us all after a while. They roll that kind of shit out. Say, we're going to get your ass no matter what. We'll fuck if you are innocent. nigga. You got to go to jail. We got to take all your shit. That's what people not saying. You got to read between them lines. I know you feel a certain way about it, but understand you could be on the other side of the law trying to defend yourself where you've done nothing wrong. And then they just paint you this fucking victim. It's not going to stop with it. That the overreaching hand of the government will continue. And for people not to understand that, it's crazy to me. And like I said, with the incarceration rates dropping, with not enough people going to jail, what y'all think they gonna do to niggas? They gonna move the goalpost to get niggas' asses back in jail. It's not that hard to see, man. I'm just here to tell you. It's wild, man. This is wild. I ain't gonna be here that long. I need to find somebody to talk to when I'm doing this shit. Carnival Cruise. Carnival Cruise is tightening up. They getting black people. I mean, a lot of black people are mad. They changing the rules. But have y'all seen the Carnival Cruise ship videos? Niggas is niggling on that goddamn boat, man. I watched one of them Carnival Cruise ship videos. I was like, if I was on that shit, I would have jumped into the ocean. It's just chaotic. I'm looking at that shit as nothing but bonnets and do-rags and people fighting over food. I know this is so sad. I would have rather jumped on the slave ship than to be on there with the niggas. It was crazy. It was bad. Fighting. It's just fucking failure in water. Just drifting along in a big ass ship. So now they've changed the rules and people are upset. How the fuck can you be upset as a person when you see that shit? How? You want just chaos? You can't even take a decent damn vacation without niggas fucking it up. Man, come on, bro. This ain't it. We better than this, man. We better than this. Also, too, today, Diddy got another lawsuit from Superhead. Well, I don't know if she's suing, but she's thinking about suing. So Superhead, Karen Stephens, I believe that's her name. Karen Stephens wrote books about being one of the greatest women to give head. And she based her career on being just an industry girl who was open and free in her sexuality. And in 2025, she does an interview with Pierce Morgan where she says, I don't remember having sex with Diddy, but I might have. I just don't remember, but I think I did because I saw him pay out Cassie $20 million and I need money. That's basically what she's saying. And it's getting hot. See, it's so hot. As the temperature heats up in this country and people are out of AC, they get desperate. And it's hot. And she's saying, like, I don't know. Matter of fact, I got a video. Hold on, before I do this, what's your question, Nisi Fu? What's the question? Tell me the question. Damn.
Never have any kind of sexual relationship at all then?
Look, y'all gotta see this shit. Look at this. What the fuck is this podcast? This podcast is about the title. You don't see the title. We just talk about random shit. The podcast is a vibe. I don't know. What do you want it to be about, Niecy? Tell me. I'm just on here vibing with the people. You feel me? You when you come over here, I don't know. You'll figure it out. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't fucking care.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did you actually have any kind of sexual relationship with Diddy at all?
No, Diddy and I did not. No, well, not to my knowledge.
So, what do you mean by that?
Not to my knowledge. I don't. Honestly, I'm questioning a lot of things right now.
What you think?
So not to my knowledge. No, I don't think anything right now. I just, not to my knowledge, because honestly.
That's a very strange response, though, to not remember whether you did or not.
Yeah, isn't it? It is. Yeah, it is. Because honestly, Pierce, before I went through my text, again, I hadn't read Confessions in 20 years. I wrote it. It was painful to write. So I never wanted to re-traumatize myself and go through those years again. And think about this. I'm a middle-aged woman at this point. I don't want to go back into my 20s and see what happened. But in gathering information for this interview here, reading that passage again for the first time in 20 years, I questioned a lot of things, like, well, why was he so afraid? And why did he try to, make my boyfriend feel as if I wasn't trustworthy? And
do you think he took
make her boyfriend feel that she wasn't trustworthy? A woman that goes by the name Superhead, who prided herself giving rich and powerful and famous men mouth. This is, you can't even make this shit up.
Took advantage of you when you were under the influence of alcohol and drugs?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But
do you fear that's the case now from everything you've read?
Honestly, yes. Given the context.
At this point, they're going to make it where if a woman just has a dream about a man, you going to jail. This shit is crazy.
Now that I know, because again, I never knew any of these things about him before. So the things that I learned in the trial, I did not know. I never saw that side of him. I did not know. I never understood. And again, in 2005, when I published Confessions, it says I didn't understand why he was so fearful of me, because our time together was pleasant.
How do you play the victim over some shit where you say you don't know if anything happened? I don't know. I don't know. Did it? Who knows? I know I need some money.
And I was like, wait, what is he so afraid of? What does he not want me to tell?
What does he not want you to tell? Well, you obviously don't know what it is he doesn't want you to tell, right?
I didn't see anything at that point. At that point, I hadn't seen anything.
You didn't see anything, you don't know anything, but what is it?
Point, we had, I thought, just a friendly, platonic night together. So I was confused then. And 20 years later, I'm confused now. So to my knowledge, I've never had sex with Sean Combs. We never had that kind of relationship.
So what the fuck? If you never had sex with him, why would you be thinking about suing him? What are you suing him for?
But you can't be sure.
Given what we know now, I can't be sure.
I don't know. Even though my name was Superhead and I made a living giving men head, but I don't know. And I mean, I'm a woman. You can't expect me to have any type of accountability.
And how does that make you feel?
And that saddens me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
It saddens me, honestly. Yeah, because honestly, during this entire process, I've been shying away from publicity and just letting the trial unfold. I knew things from just being around and people talking, but I didn't know what was going to come out. There's a few things that I saw that without context were strange to me, but I didn't understand them until the trial. And so I've been quiet this whole time, and I disappeared off of social. I just disappeared for the past year waiting for this thing to unfold. In the unfolding of what I believe to be facts, and definitely the testimonies of Cassie and Jane and even some of the men.
So she's saying he had to have done something to me. He had to have, right?
And then looking back at the text, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, when he said, if anything got out, and I'm like, and I remember at the time being so confused, like anything like what got out? Like nothing happened. We hung out. You were kind. At some point I went to sleep. I don't know when, but I woke up and then we.
Doesn't everybody go to sleep when they do? I mean, do people just stay up? Do people go to sleep? What the?
Had breakfast and you were kind and I left. Nothing happened. I don't know, Pierce. I feel, and just in the last 24 hours, I question what I thought I knew about my time with him.
You detailed in your books romantic relationships with a lot of famous people from that world: Jay-Z, DMX, Van Diesel, Lil Wayne, Method Man, even Bill Maher, LL Cool J, Mr. Carl, and others. You had a lot of famous guys you dated.
LL was married. Like, this shit is wild.
And who knows what the nature of what happened with Diddy was about. But do you feel that this whole world has now changed? Do you actually ever have any kind of...
We cook, man. I really don't know what to say. You know, people just need the money. Motherfuckers need money. Like the fucking Where's Waldo looking ass nigga that said that Cassie was impregnated with his baby and he was a sex worker. And I don't think I'm the greatest looking guy in the world, but I look better than that nigga. And I know he wasn't one of the workers. I've looked at these workers. And I'm not saying I'm gay or no shit. These were good looking dudes, you know, strong shit. This nigga look like they just found him on the side of the road or something. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Matter of fact, I got to drop that next video. Yeah, they full of shit. Your lie detector should be going off. And yeah, Superhead is full of shit. I don't even know who pulled this bitch out of the deep freezer and unthawed her to even, you know, come out. Like, why? That's literally the question. So I think this is it. I'm wrapping this shit up because I'm tired of talking and I don't have anything else to talk about. You guys get those tickets in Tampa, Side Splitters. We're gonna have a good show. This helps me to, you know what I mean, like get my mind racing. I be coming up with jokes while I'm just talking to y'all straight and flat. But Tampa, Side Splitters, I'm on the way. Pull up on your boy. Just comment Tampa on Facebook or Instagram page, or go to my website, LeVarWalker.me, and get those tickets, and I will be on the way. Thank you guys for pulling up. This has been another episode of LeVar Walker Show podcast. See you next Wednesday. I'm out.